There are 12 months in the year, 12 riders of the apocalypse, and 12 of the best poker players in the world fighting it out to see who will be Premier League champion. Temperatures rising. Last time we saw how much these players really want to win.
I cry too much when I lose. You cross boundaries, that's much worse. That's what you do.
He has more money now, more jets, he has more companies. Let's give more to charity, Phil. Let's give half. Every time you win, give half.
Are there any other boundaries you want to cross? You want to talk about my wife and my kids or something? You didn't start there yet? Okay, good.
Phil Hellmuth proved what he's been telling everyone. He is the greatest.
It's a great start. If you start saying, I've already won this thing, you haven't even come close to winning it. You have 4 more matches. Then you have to get into the finals, and you have to beat 6 more people again. So, you know, I mean, if all I do is end up with a high point total from the first 6 matches, and then I don't do any good in the final, people will remember how much I dominated if I can continue. But it's all about the titles. It's all about the bracelets. So it's hard for me to get too high and too happy until I make the final and then win the final.
Now the rivalries are becoming intense. Napoleon had his Waterloo, the dinosaurs had their meteor, and the devilfish has his Phil Hellmuth.
What do I think of Phil Hellmuth? I think if it was made out of chocolate, it would have had itself by now.
What are you, some kind of genius?
I don't give a fuck what you want. I don't care. Disqualify me then, I don't care.
You were a little bit rude there.
Bullshit. If you're listening, baby, I'm going home tomorrow. You can finish the show yourself. I don't give a flying fuck. I want my money. I want to take my rest of my money.
Over in the green room, everyone's getting into it. Tony G making a small fortune on side bets. Roland DeWolf playing Chinese poker until his nose bleeds. Players getting in the groove, whilst the poker brat Phil Hellmuth has a different warm-up routine. 50 laps around the poker table, and he won't sit down till all the players are in. Everyone out to prove they can be Premier League champion, but to do that, you must make the all-important final table. Looking at the current league standings, in the red zone, it's Phil Hellmuth leading the way. It's pretty tight in the purple zone. This is the playoff zone. These 4 will play heads-up matches for the final 2 seats. And the pink zone's the relegation zone. You know, the devilfish will be trying to get out of there tonight. Players are trooping in for heat number 4, and it's a little bit of 5-1, baby, 1 in 5. Nobody's getting out of here alive because Phil Hellmuth is on the table and trying to make it a perfect 3-4-3 in this Premier League. There are the chips, 100,000 in starting stack. Yellows are 1, blues are 2, reds are 5. And, of course, you need them all to win, but you get points for every place but last. Joining me this evening is Tony G, and if he's anything in the commentary booth like he is at the poker table, we are in for an earful.
It was like a defensive bet.
But among these 6, the devilfish needs to move while Phil Hellmuth has been flying in this Premier League.
6. The fishing, I am.
You can see Phil is in form, he's in full flight, he's got nothing to worry about, and he's the favourite to win this hand, believe me.
That must be it, Tony, because this was not a move he would have made in the earlier heats. Is it because he's got so many points?
He's got so many points, he's got nothing to lose, and if he can get another win, he's guaranteed. I mean, he's guaranteed a place. He's already guaranteed a place, but I mean, he's going to win the spot, I promise you.
Check.
She's going to take the spot. With the worst hand, he was the favourite.
10,000.
I think Phil now is under pressure. This is a great bet by the devilfish. Very surprising. It's very, very aggressive.
I might make a few bad laydowns against him, but watch.
Wow.
There's Jack, Phil. I got nothing. My usual nothing, though.
I hope you're watching the way I play down there, too.
You had the 5-6. Nice steal.
I never had a 5-6.
And I had, of course, you knew I had the nuts on the high side.
Well, they haven't played that many hands, but the
Besides, there's
Devilfish
only
in the
3,000
lead
go after, right?
for the first time in this Premier League. Him and Helmuth are butt to butt.
Oh,
5,000 now.
pass.
Limp in by the fish with the suited connectors. And this
Did you
could
say
bring
5,000
everybody
now?
It's 5,000 due after now.
Okay, 5,000 now.
So he's in trouble here.
5,000.
Welcome.
That's what I like to see.
in. It's kind of a mini raise by Phil. How should Vicky play this?
Well, I don't know what she's because she's lacking confidence. She might just call. She doesn't know what to do herself. Oh
Pass.
dear,
Well,
Pass.
that's bad when you see the
Phil
best
can't
hand
block
being
me off with
folded.
that little 5 bet.
Pass.
But, I mean, I was thinking, you know, correct play obviously if you see the cards is to make a big raise there and pick it up. But you at least have to call.
You got me
Call.
rounded up.
I think so.
because of her
I think I got
position.
you in bed. Okay.
It's still the best hand, obviously, but
Check.
she's out of it.
Oh, the fish is hit middle pair.
I'll make a semi-bluff. 8.
8,000.
Wow, the
Call.
fish. So this is about the fish. I don't like this play. Why wouldn't you check raise? Why call? Because now he's setting. Phil's going to take a free card on the turn now, and he can get himself into all sorts of trouble.
Check.
I can't beat a 7 yet, if that's what you're asking.
Wow, Helmut's
That's
called it
German.
cold. And so
Yeah,
did
and you
Tony.
see, and he's just,
Right
you know,
there.
it's a free card, and now he can have a lot of problems if. Well, luckily,
Must be
he-
still
he's
Could have come
safe.
anything over a 7.
Yeah,
Check
if
it.
it, you know.
Check.
See, Tony?
Seen
See this?
Have you seen this?
I tell you what,
See
the Devilfish is paying him off, so I don't like that player.
That's so sick.
No, there's king.
Couldn't make us flush or...
What do I think of Phil Helmuth? I think if it was made out of chocolate, it would have had himself by now because he loves himself. Well, I mean, Phil's a good all-in-all player, you know. I think he's actually frightened to death of me.
He makes all kinds of moves, and they're very effective moves. But once I know someone's making those moves on me, now I can turn the table. Now you're going to see some really crazy stuff. Because now it's all about you look at me in the eye, I look at you in the eye. The guy who reads the other guy the best wins. There's something really powerful about that.
Pass.
Helmuth is being ultra conservative,
Raise it up.
which is surprising. He could have actually
Raise.
won every pot he's played so
Pass,
far
okay,
if he
so
chose
pass.
to, if he was aggressive, which I would have been in his position. But he's playing very, very conservatively. No one's being creative out
Pass.
there. Everyone's scared except the Devilfish. The Devilfish is playing all kind of cards, taking a lot of
You know,
risks.
I'm going to do
It's
something.
paying
Don't
off
you,
right
you
now.
want to check in the dark and let me bet 9,000 in the dark?
No.
You don't?
But thanks for the offer.
You check, I bet 9. So you better fire yourself, or this is a binding bet.
Well, this is interesting because, as you said,
Sure.
it is a binding bet.
This is very
Deal.
well, this is being creative, you see. He's making things happen here. Helmuth. And he's got nothing to lose, so that's why it's a real shame.
Did you bet that in the dark so I couldn't outplay you? Well, I missed totally, bro, so I guess you're going to take it.
Pass.
Don't you hate that play, Tony? Me too. It's so sick.
Yeah, he's talking to me there.
Hey!
Devilfish gets by so cheap.
I missed totally. Whatever happened there, you couldn't get any money.
Oh, I had at least top pair. At least top pair.
Yeah, it's
So
nice
yeah,
one.
it was a little frustrating.
You know, if Phil Helmuth wins his tournament, right, they might not even be able to get his head on the plane. Hopefully I'm going to send him back with no money in his pockets. I'm going to get to that final and win it. And the plane's going to go back to America a lot quicker because it's going to be a lot lighter, you know. They've left all the cash back here.
You finally had a hand worthy of showing after 8 races. That's so sick. What did you have? 8-7 all those times?
I had 7s every time.
You're like the 8-7 was like, you're running us over, Devilfish.
Great table
expecting
chat
you to
here at
attempt
this
that.
partypoker.com Premier League.
Pass.
There he goes.
Here we go.
This is the Devilfish
Raise to
style.
10.
And this is just a really taunting Phil Helmuth, isn't it, in the big blind?
Yeah, I think that there could be some creativity here. Maybe Kyril's thinking he could raise. I don't think he'll do it right now, but in the future he would re-raise with this
Just
hand.
runs us over and runs us over and runs us
Whoa, Phil, baby.
Call.
I check to you, Devilfish. Go ahead.
Not that same old check.
This is an exciting pot because this could come either way, and both this could be a big pot with the right flop.
It is. I think Ollie just raised here for fun. I mean,
I think he's not worried. Here we go. This is a little bit of action.